Polite Enquiries, the Oval. Danny says, is there a more stupid way to lose your wicket when trying to save the game than Gambia's run out?
It was a mercy killing. It was a kindness.
I think it was the gentlest thing that could have happened to Gambia. It looked like he was going to die at times out there. He looked like a tail ender. He looked like a bloke off the street. He looked anything but a test opening batsman.
Not a bloke on the street who had his eyesight.
Tim says, if Bangladesh had played like India in the last 3 tests, wouldn't people say they shouldn't play tests?
No, they might say they should play more and prioritise it instead of their domestic competitions.
Do you feel bad that Dhoni basically just called you jealous? Are you jealous?
Well, to explain what happened.
What happened was George hammered Dhoni over and over again with questions until eventually Dhoni said, I think you're jealous of the IPL, you pig.
I suggested that if India really prioritised Test cricket, they would get some of the guys, Pujara and Kohli and people playing county cricket more often, maybe even instead of the IPL. He agreed that county cricket would be helpful for them, but he laughed about the IPL suggestion. Said it'd be up to the BCCI and said don't be jealous. I said that maybe he was jealous of the LV County Championship.
Danny says, how has Kohli's girlfriend managed to ruin the form of Dhawan, Gambia, Pujara, Rahane and Robson?
I've heard a lot about this girl. I think she should bat in India's middle order. Well, obviously the women's team's doing better than the men's team.
Arthur Dent says, should England stick with Wokes and Jordan?
Yes.
If one, which one? 7 for 50 in this game, Jordan. I thought he bowled really well. I don't think he bowled 7 for 50 well. There's a small child up there. I'm pretty sure if it went out there against India now to get a 6 for.
Probably on the wickets that you might expect in the Caribbean and maybe in Australia, you would think maybe Jordan might be the better bet, but of course
Wokes is the better bat.
Wokes is a much better batsman, and I think what you've seen though is as they settle into the team, they get better with every game.
Ravi says, why isn't there enough scrutiny of Fletcher as coach? He must be knowing these conditions better than anyone else.
He didn't have a clue about the conditions. He was stuck with opinions he had from 5 years before. You know, how he maintains that job, who knows? But how does Dhoni maintain his job?
3 years ago, on a different show, and a similar moment, we talked about whether Fletcher should be going on as coach. He's still going on as coach. There seems to be no scrutiny at all over his job. I don't really know what he does because he never comes and explains it, but I hear, or I hope, he's good at processes.
Genuine question, do people in India care about Test cricket? Tell me, I honestly don't know the answer.
MD Smith says, did India's performance save Cook's career? It's gone a long way. It saved it in the short term. I mean, in the long term, obviously not. But in the short term, yes.
I still think there's quite a lot of work to do on his batting. He scored 350s in his last 4 innings. But I'm not sure that his form has turned or his luck has turned.
He's not always going to be batting with Indian slips catchers behind him either, is he?
No.
Rutvik says, do you feel sorry for the Indian fans?
Yeah.
You're jealous of the Indian fans, though, aren't you? You're jealous of their pain. Because you're basically a man who needs pain to survive. I mean, everyone knows this dour George
I just think
Dobell.
you wonder what would have happened if India had ever selected their best side. And I actually think that Vijay, Rahane, Kohli and Pujara, that there's the basis of a really good batting lineup.
That's what we said at the start of the summer as well.
Something's going wrong.
Yeah.
So yes, of course we do.
Oh, I've seen 3 Indian series in the last couple of years. I'm about to go to my 4th straight after this, and I just keep seeing India get smacked in the face. So yeah, I feel Indian fans' pain because I feel like I've also been smacked in the face over and over again. Prasanna says, George Dobell, Jarrod Kimber, or Dale Steyn?
I would much rather do Polite Enquiries with Kimber.
I'd be easier to keep to. Nice and easy pace. Nicholas says,
although,
whoa, what do you mean although?
Your leg spin is overrated by you. Does the cameraman agree? Is it about to go up and down? Yep.
Nick says, should county championship matches be played over 3 days to better resemble Test cricket?
That's a really good question.
5 days!
I can't say that anymore, can I?
Agent S says, do you guys get paid for the remaining days? We get paid for all the days, but the ECB masseuse does not.
We'll be working all the days though. It's not like we don't work instead. It's not like
they don't put us back in a box when the test finishes early. Unlike the masseuse, apparently.
Don't give them ideas.
Innocent bystander says, would a team of pigeons take a test into a 4th day? We'll see you from the, what's that thing called? Finals day. Next week.
This week.
This week, Saturday. When is it? Where is it? Edgbaston. You'll see you there, if you're there. If not, you'll see us on the video.
If anyone's still watching after this debacle. Only the pigeons, and they're watching us angrily, have you seen?
This has taken a lot longer to film this than it took India to fail.